Greetings out there in YouTube land. This is Morris, man. And as always, I thank you guys for coming to my channel. I'm going to entitle this, How Would You Like to Learn the Bass Line to Frankie Beverly and Maze, or Maze featuring Frankie Beverly. The song is called Magic. And this is pretty interesting. One of my clients wanted me to teach him that song. I'm a huge fan of Maze. I mean, if I had to only pick one group, my all-time favorite, hands down, Maze. And Earth, Wind & Fire is a close second. And I'm going to tell you why, the difference between the two for me, and why Maze overrode Earth, Wind & Fire. I love Maze's sound. You know, just their format. You know, the guitar, the bass. And the bass player is a very underrated bass player if you really listen to his lines. The keyboard players, the layers of synthesizer mixed with piano, drums, congos, and of course Frankie Beverly's beautiful voice. And they're great writers. It's amazing that they didn't write for other people, but I think Frankie Beverly penned a couple of tunes here and there on other artists. But they could have been just a writing production team by themselves, as opposed to a band too, because you mean, like I said, just endless amount of hits, you know? So I'm always eager to play Maze stuff. I think out of all the groups I've ever covered, I think I've done more Maze tunes than any other group. So I had a client wanted me to teach him, you know, the Bassline of Magic. Beautiful song. So I finished up and I was eager to put it on my channel because I'm like, you guys got to learn this, man. It's just a beautiful bass line. It's a beautiful song. And when I put it up, first time ever when I posted a Frankie Beverly and Maze tune, it got blocked. I'm like, what? And I'm surprised because I'm like, this is not one of their biggest hits, even though all of them are hits to me. They're great songs. There are no fillers on the Maze album. None of them are. Let me skip to the next one because this one kind of weak. None of them. You listen to them all. They're all great songs. So I was quite surprised when it got blocked because I'm like, man, there's many Maze tunes I done posted and this get blocked. So I said, I want to get this one to you guys because they're just some songs you got to learn. When you learn them, you learn to play your guitar or bass better. So I said, I came up with this idea. I said, send me $5 to my PayPal and I will send you this video and you can download it to your computer. And one might say, well, won't you just send it to us for free, Morris, man? You're not paying for the lesson. You're paying for the time. It takes time to send these emails, you know. So I just want to make that clear for the people that don't understand it and just think that everybody should give them everything for free, you know. I shouldn't even have to have mentioned that, but I'm like, let me mention that so for the people that don't get it, they get it, you know. So my PayPal is right down there. Send me $5 and I'll send you over this song so you can personally have it in your personal library on your computer instead of let me go on the internet, you know, log on to the internet, go to Morris Man's page and then sift through it and find it, you know. You got it right there on your computer, you know, pull it out. I did a good job with laying out everything as far as here is, you know, the intro, here is the verse, you know, here is the chorus, you know, all the notes are there. And you have to be able to read notes, but if you want to watch fingers on this one, you can, and you can figure out where I'm at, you know. So I thought I'd mention that. So if you're interested in learning a great song by a legendary group, it's amazing or sad that Maze have never won a Grammy. I'm like, huh? A lot of these weak acts that just got kind of a stick to them, or, you know, this is they little trademark thing. They got Grammys. I mean, how could Maze be missed on the Grammys? You know, and I seriously doubt that they ever going to even make the Music Hall of Fame. I'm like, they one of the top 5 greatest R&B bands of all time, and they haven't been recognized yet. That's a damn shame. You know, it really is, you know. But I thought I would do this quickly for the beginner bass players because, you know, I try my best to help you guys, give you some stuff to say, man, thanks, Morris, man. Because I just thought about this a couple of years ago. It just dawned on me this because I'm like, I told you guys, you know, when you're taking formal lessons, you got to learn all the notes on the neck. And from a beginner standpoint, you said, man, I got to learn all these notes up and down. How do I do that? And you kind of do it in kind of a, I guess I'm going to coin it as category, because first of all, I heard Harry Cornick do this. I said, man, you're right. And he has a piano class. I'm like, he does a good job with breaking it down, making it simple. Because there's some people, they're great players, but they can't translate what they do or what they know to other people. Because I look at it this way. I used to watch it late at night. Escoban. He had selling guitars, and he's a world-class classical guitar player, flamenco, but he's a horrible teacher. And also the guitars he was selling was probably some of the worst guitars you could ever buy in your life, And this is many years ago. I bought it for my nephew, and the guitar was garbage. I mean, it was just garbage. And they had a little DVD teach you how to play. And what he would do is he would break it down, then play the song. I'm like, isn't that kind of backwards? Play it in its entirety. Let people hear, let them absorb it, then break it down. Instead, I'm going to break it down now when they haven't heard it. I just thought that was backwards. Okay, I hear the ghost again. I can't wait to get out of here. So this is something that I'm going to show you right quick that might help you kind of break it down. Because, when you're a beginner, you kind of look at it as in its whole form. It's like, how am I going to be able to do all this? When you break it down, it's easier. And the first thing that I want to mention is this, that Harry Cornick said. And I said, man, I never thought about it like that. He said there's only 7 notes to learn on any instrument. And I'm not counting the flats and the sharps, because once you learn like the note, the F, then okay, the next one got to be F sharp or G flat. But he said he's going to make it easy. And I said, I never thought about it like that. A, B, C, D, E, F, F, G. So that's just 7 notes that you got to learn. And then the flats and the sharps, like I said, I don't really consider them. I mean, I can say 14 to be, if I want to be technical, but I'm going to say 7 because, again, once C, the next one is C sharp, There's dots on the neck for a reason, There are dots on the neck for a reason, So then you look at it and say, man, but I still got to learn all those notes around these 4 strings. Actually, you only got to learn 2 strings, the A and the E. And you might say, what about the other ones? And I'm going to tell you about the other ones. We play, as bass players, called octaves. This is C. This is also C. It's an octave. So if you learn this one, you automatically learn this one. If you learn the G and then the octave to G, you've already automatically know the third string, because the first and the third is the same, and the second and the fourth is the same, And then I'm gonna, walk you down through the notes: F, F sharp, G, G sharp, A sharp, B, C, C sharp, D, D sharp, E. So you stop at 12, because then it starts over. This one next, the 13th fret is F. So you kind of look at it like this. You just don't even think about 12 from down here, because it starts over. And then when you go to the A string, A sharp, A sharp, B, C, C sharp, D, D sharp, E, F, F sharp, G, G sharp, A. So then you start over, A, open it, A, second string. So think about it in those terms. And then again, you say, well, how am I memorize all that? When you start playing these notes, throughout the neck, you start to remember them. It's just that simple, The more you play, the more you remember, and then you think about these markers, Most of the markers, with the exception, I think 1 or 2, they're all just the whole note. Or should I say just the note? It's not an F sharp, or should I say G sharp? It's not, you're not going to find the dot on the sharp or flat, But that's it, think about it in those terms. You go from F down here to E. Then you start over. You know, so it's like from here on up, just because I mean, you're rarely ever going to play unless you're doing solo stuff, notes down here. You're not going to find notes down here as a part of the main notes in the song unless they're kind of doing a accent, you know. You know, but that's 11. But if I moved it down, or down, you know, that's just the accent. You're not going to really find this note in the meat of the song. You know, you're not going to start off way down here playing. You know, you kind of start doing this is when you kind of adding ghost notes and fills or solos. You know, so that might be a big help to you when you think about it in those terms. Because again, you got to break it down. You know, you're not going to try to absorb or eat the whole thing. You got food on your plate. You're not going to try to put all that food in your mouth at the same time and then try to swallow it all at the same time. You eat it in bits and pieces. And that's kind of the same way to look at guitar and the notes on the neck. You know, break it up. You know, it's like, okay, I'm going to focus on this up to here. And then once I get comfortable here, then I'm going to go from 13 on down, and it just repeats from the beginning. You know, so things like that should help you out. Because I just, thought about this several years ago. I'm like, okay, these notes here correspond with the first string corresponds with the third string. The second string or notes correspond with the fourth. So again, if you learn just these two here, the E and the A, you automatically know the D and the G. E, A, D, G, yeah, E, A, D, G, yeah. So things like that I think can help you guys, but you still need to go take formal lessons. You know, me giving you bits and pieces are not going to send you off to the races. I'm going to be a great bass player based on what Morris man just told me. No, there's a whole lot of other stuff that you have to conquer, but it's not that hard when you break it up and you're giving, I guess, single servants, you know, because you don't want to just dump everything on people and say, okay, this is all of it, try to absorb it. No, I got to absorb it in small amounts, you know. So hopefully that serves as some type of help for you guys, you beginners. And again, if you want to learn this Maze song, just send me $5. My PayPal is morrisman64@hotmail.com. It's also right down there. And I'll send this to you immediately, you know, because again, they're just some songs. They're good to know. You need to learn them. It puts you on the path of becoming a decent player or good player. You know, because Maze stuff is not easy, but the way that I break it down, it's not that hard, you know. So until next time, take care and thanks for watching. Like I said, $5 donation, because, well, I'm not going to get into what my client paid me to do this song, but you're getting a great discount, you know, to get this song, you know, really. Till next time, take care. Thanks for watching.